Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is 401 Styling. On the channel today, I'm going to share with us how to draft a pattern of a peplum. Okay, so just like the ones that we are seeing on the screen. A peplum or flare is a circular attachment to part of a garment with fullness on the hem. It can be on the waist, the sleeve hem, the armhole, the skirt. It can be as a sleeve, as a circle dress, or a circle skirt. Okay, so and to make a peplum, we have different type of degrees, which include the 90, 180, 360, 720, and the 1440 degree. And to make a peplum, you are going to need the following measurements, which includes the circumference, the radius, and the peplum length. So to get the radius, you are going to multiply your circumference by 6.28. Okay, in this tutorial, we are going to be making the 90, 180, and 360, then the 720. Okay, so I'm going to start with 90 degree, and the measurement I'll be using for this tutorial is waist circumference 16 inches, peplum length 5 inches. So these are the things that we are going to use to get our radius. So whatever you get, you're going to add it to your peplum length. So altogether, approximately, I have like 10 inches. Then I'm going to add it to 5 inches of my peplum length. That is 15 inches. Okay, so whatever value you have, you are going to measure it vertically like I'm doing, and you are going to measure it horizontally as well. Okay, so I have 15 inches altogether. So the first thing we want to do is to create a square. This is optional, but this is beginners friendly. You can go ahead and just create a square, but for this one I'm just going to mark it vertically and horizontally. Then after that, I'm going to fold it in a triangle, just like you see me doing. Okay, so because it's going to be 90 degrees, we are just going to be folding once. So from the tip of the paper, you are going to measure down to your 15 inches to confirm your measurements once again. So luckily I have more than that. So after confirming your measurement, the next thing you're going to do is to mark your radius. Remember, I said I have 10 inches. That is why I'm measuring 10 inches from the edge of the paper, just like you see me doing. So whatever you have, you're going to mark it round, and you're going to connect. You can either connect with a dotted line, or if you are good with your free hand, you can just simply make sure you connect. It's going to give you a curved line. Okay, so you connect with your dotted line like I'm doing, or you make use of your curve rule. Then after connecting, we are going to be cutting out on this line. So from this line now, you measure down to your peplum length. Okay, so this is why you need your radius plus your peplum length to get the amount of fabric or paper you're going to be folding. So I'm just going to measure from the tip of the paper down to 15 inches all around like this. So this will make it easier for me to get my accurate measurement. So you can go ahead and do the same thing. So after this, I'm just going to connect the dots, and I'm going to cut it out. Then our 90 degree peplum or flare is ready. I just hope we can see the two lines. So before you cut it out, just go ahead and confirm on your radius this first line. Confirm the measurements you have. As you can see, I have 8 inches. That means I have my 16 inches intact. Okay, so just go ahead and confirm your own too. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do now is just to cut out the upper part, this part, and this lower part. So guys, I already cut it out, and this is what we are going to be working with. This two other one is not useful. Okay, so go ahead once again to confirm your measurements, and I'm still going to have my 16 inches intact. That is 8 inches divided by 2. So I'm going to be folding in my 1 inch seam, zipper allowance like this, and I have my 15 inches left. So this is how your 90 degree is going to look like. It's not going to be full, it's just going to be there more or less like an A line. So I'm just going to label this 90 degree. So now let's move to the 180 degree. So now to the 180 degree, you're still going to maintain the same measurement, but this time around, whatever you get from your calculation is going to be multiplied by 2 instead of 4. Okay, and then whatever measurement you have on my calculation, I have 6 inches plus 5 inches, so I have 11 inches altogether. So the 11 inches is what you're going to use to fold your paper. But mind you, before you measure the 11 inches, you're going to fold your paper into 2. You know that for the 90 degree, we just fold once, but this one, you're going to fold your paper or fabric into 2 this way. Then you're going to measure your 11 inches. Okay, because mine is 11 inches, so I have to measure 11 inches. I'll mark vertically and horizontally, but yours might be more than that or lesser than that. Just measure whatever value you have, then you fold it this way. So by the time you fold this, you're going to be having one side on fold and the other side you're just going to be having like 2 openings, okay, just like the one I have here. Okay, so after this, now the first thing you want to do is to confirm your measurements once again, just like you see me doing. Then after that, you're going to measure your radius, or you measure the length of the peplum, or better still, you just measure your 11 inches all round from the tip of your paper like this. Okay, any which way ever that is convenient for you, can go ahead and do the same. It's going to give you the same results rather. Okay, so I'm just going to connect this 11 inches just like you see me doing, and after connecting like this, the next thing I'll do is to come down from the tip of the paper by the radius measurement, which is 6 inches, and as you can see, I have 5 inches left. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing on the other side like this, and I'm going to continue. So this one is not as wide as that of 90 degree, but at the end it's still going to sum up to the same measurement we needed. Okay, because we folded this paper into 4, definitely it's going to be like that. Okay, so I guess you can see the lines. So what I'm going to do now is to cut off from this line and this other side. Okay, so this middle one is what we are going to be working with. So guys, just like we have seen earlier, the 90 degree, or the 180 rather, is just the 90 degree multiplied by 2. So this 180 degree is also known as the half circle. So the other half of this is what will make it a full circle. Okay, so after this now, the next thing you want to do is to draft the full circle, which is a 360 and the most common. Okay, so before that, we'll just confirm our measurements once again. Okay, so now to the 360 degree is just double of 180 degree. So 180 degree multiplied by 2, that will give us 360 degree. That is the full circle, and we are still going to maintain our measurement. So after doing my calculation, I have 8 inches altogether. Okay, this time around you're not going to multiply your value by anything. Whatever you get from the division of your circumference by 6.28 is what you are just going to use directly. Okay, so at this time around, the way you are going to be folding the paper will be different from the way you folded the first two. Okay, so if you have your paper or fabric like this, you're going to fold it once like this, and then you're going to fold it again. Okay, unlike the 180 that we just fold into a triangle directly, this one is going to be fold again, and it's going to be like a fold of 4. Okay, so altogether you are going to have about 8 layers. Okay, so and then by the time you are done folding, you are going to have 2 of the side, like each of the side is going to be intact. Then I have my 8 inches, and I'm also going to measure it horizontally. Okay, so after which you are done confirming your measurement, you're just going to fold it in a triangle just like you see me doing. Okay, this is going to look a bit smaller, but trust me, it's still going to give you the measurements you need, because the folding is now much more than the first. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and measure my 8 inches, that is my radius plus my length. Okay, this time around you will not multiply your value, you just leave it like that, but the way you're going to fold your paper will be different. So I'm going to mark the 8 inches all round and connect with a dotted line, so I'll be able to trace the lines very well. Okay, and after tracing the line, the next thing I'll do now, can you see? So the next thing I'm going to do is to mark upward the length of my peplum, and I can also measure the measurements for my radius, or the value for my radius, and I'm just going to connect. So this depends on how convenient it is for you, and I'm going to be cutting out on these 2 lines. Okay, I just hope you can see clearly. Okay, so those are the lines that we are going to be cutting off on, and we are going to be having our full circle. Okay, so this can be a peplum that's going to be on your waist, it can be on the sleeve hem, it can even be your circle skirts. Okay, if it's going to be a circle dress, then we are going to be having neckline and armhole and all that. So this is what we are going to have. We are going to have a continuous circle. Then we are going to open up one side where we are going to be fixing our zipper. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to confirm, and after confirming, I'll just open up one side, which is going to be my zipper allowance. So if you want a 720 degree, you are going to be cutting 2 of a 360 degree. Do we understand? You're going to cut 2, and if you want to a 1440, you're going to cut 2 of 70 20. That means you're going to be having a 360 in 4 places. Okay, so guys, that'll be all for this tutorial. As you can see, this is a 90 degree, the 180 and then the 360. I just hope we learn one or two things from this tutorial. I hope we understood. If you have any question, please kindly drop in the comment section. Depending on what you're trying to make, your peplum might be longer than this or even smaller than this in length. Okay, just go ahead and use the calculation and the value of your measurement to get whatever you want. So to the new and the old subscriber, thank you very much for always checking back. I really appreciate you guys. So do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, click on the like button, click on the subscription button, and please turn on the notification bell so whenever I drop a new video you will be aware or you'll be notified. And do not forget, if you have any thoughts or questions concerning this tutorial or any other tutorial you want me to do in the next or nearest future, please kindly drop in the comment section. Till we meet next time, bye bye.